So this is gonna be super random. It might be like a tad messed up to the women out there, but did y'all watch Maury like when y'all were younger?
Yeah.
So
This is starting off great.
I figured in the spirit of Father's Day, I think it's funny that even when I was a kid, before I even had kids, it always felt super hilarious to me when the women were coming on mad strong, like you're dead, the dad, and then when Maury was like, "You are not the father," and they went running off the set and like dropped to the floor, and started crying.
The
For some reason,
cries, bro.
I guess the grown man that was yet to be felt so satisfied knowing that they were wrong, and I'm like, justice. Like, I don't know. When I was a kid, it was super satisfying and hilarious. I was like, yo,
you was wrong.
and they all ran off the same way. Like, it just dropped
And then
to
they
the
were
floor.
like, "Do you know who the father is?" And they're like, "I got a pretty good idea." I'm like, "You motherfucker!"
And when the guys would like stand up and like chant to the crowd, like, yeah,
It was that
Start
one.
dancing and shit. Like,
One did a backflip.
yeah, start twerking out there. And like,
Gotta shout out that guy, bro. That backflip was
Yeah,
crazy.
so that's how we starting off this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Hi everybody. My name is Kirk Hill Jr. This is my co-host,
Phil.
and we are
Phil and Hill.
So today's episode is a special one. Like I said, Father's Day is coming up, and this is an important episode to me because all my friends here, we're all dads. We have some guests. My cousin Chris.
yeah.
My cousin Ron,
It's good.
and my cousin X.
No vibes.
And Phil and all of us, we're all girl dads, so I figured we could talk about that today. Now, shout out to, for the two of us that have sons, shout out to the sons,
Yes,
Michael,
sir.
Dante, we love you.
Dante,
But,
love
but today specifically, we're all girl dads, so I figured that was something we could talk about. And what's better, Chris and Ron, y'all are my daughter's godfathers. So,
Yes.
obviously, a lot of trust, respect, and love for y'all, and I love that. So, I guess I'll start since I have the youngest daughter.
Okay.
My daughter Denise, she just turned 1 2 months ago, so
Nice.
that's that's a big, that's a big thing for me. And I always said, because I came in with Michael, so I didn't get to see everything from the beginning, but like literally watching Denise in just this 1 year alone, like grow as much as she has, is like insane to me. So I look at y'all and I'm like, dang, like I got a long way to go. And it's like just seeing her now, like seeing the teeth come in, seeing her stand up, seeing her start to babble and talk. She's trying to walk. She's taking her sweet time with it.
Yeah.
She won't walk without like holding on to something. Like she has to hold my hand or her mom's hand or whatever. But like just getting to see that development is such a joy. Like, and it's a different kind of joy, and I finally get what like people talk about, and I'm like, that's so cool. And full disclosure, I truly believe I'm Denise's favorite person, like on the planet.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, and
I don't think you're wrong.
yeah,
All the
so
dads
like,
are the favorite.
so like,
Yeah.
How it's supposed to go.
that's why we're doing it. So like, I think our bond is just something I'm like super, super grateful for. So that's something that I just love to get to see it every day. And like once she finally can like talk to me and have like a full conversation with me, I used to tell Lenora all the time. I was like, yo, once she's like 4 and up, like
I can't wait.
forget y'all. Like it's always gonna be me and her. Like we're chilling. Like so. Yeah, that's.
You say that.
I'm thankful for that. I mean, hopefully.
No,
I'm hoping
no.
I'm hoping we stay close.
It's a great thing. It's a great thing. It's just
Absolutely gonna be close.
yeah.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about
Yeah,
that.
you'll have your things with Denise, and Lenora have her things with them.
Yeah.
It'll be two different things, but all in all, both of y'all are giving her love. So that's all that matters.
Word.
So
I mean, if we're going in order by age, I think one of y'all is next.
He would be. No, we're going youngest or the oldest?
We're youngest to oldest.
So then,
Oh, that'll be next. Oh man. Okay, so hi guys.
Hey.
What up, X?
I got a 4-year-old daughter. Her name's Skylar. Her birthday was June 2nd.
Oh, just
Wow.
passed. Happy
Oh,
birthday.
Just turned big 4,
belated.
bro. Talking about her is the best. I can ramble nonstop. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my twin. That's my partner in crime.
She looks just like you.
Yo, bro, spitting image. They say that whole you nag the mom, the baby gonna come out just like the father. I don't believe it. I don't believe none of that. You know what it is? Like, we put in the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, there's nothing else to say. Like 80% of the whole work was me. That's all me right there. You know what I mean? So, that hypergenic. I think she got like a little tomboy in her. Always want to go climbing, jumping, running.
Yeah.
That's all me. Even though I don't do it, I'm too old for this. You know what I'm saying? So she can take up the parts that I can't do, but it's the best feeling. Ain't not much to really throw out there.
It's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
man.
It's a blessing. It's a good feeling.
See, our daughters are 4 months apart.
4 or 5.
4
something
months
like that.
apart.
Okay.
He knows better than anybody. Our whole growing up, I said, I'll never have a kids.
Yeah.
Was not with it.
Yo,
Like,
that
now we outside. We got it. It's over.
was our summer.
Yeah, that's some end that shit. It was over.
Bro.
My daughter's also 4, Layla. Her birthday is February 16th. That's an Aquarius for people who care. I don't.
My daughter's April
go.
10th. She's an Aries.
I do
Oh
not.
my God, help me.
Gemini, bro.
My daughter is an Aquarius just like her mother. Her and her mother's birthday is like 11 days apart, which doesn't matter because I'm clearly my daughter's favorite. And I'm gonna argue that with whoever wants to argue. It's also my twin. And yeah, I'm happy that as much as I didn't want a kid, yeah, she changed my mind. I am probably the most happy when I'm with her. When it's just me and her and we're just kicking it. Because she acts just like me. She's also like a tomboy. She be wanting to fight. When she gets mad at me, she asks me if I want to fight, and I square up because we ain't never been soft. So I don't know.
Be like that sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know what you think this is. I'm still the toughest one.
Heard it.
But yeah, it be lit. I enjoy myself.
That's good.
She get an attitude from her mother though. I don't. Throwing tantrums and shit. Don't make no sense. At all.
What's up, guys? I'm
up,
Phil,
what up?
and
I feel.
Phil's my dad. I have a little girl. Her name is Lila. She is 7, and her birthday is February 3rd.
Oh, look at that.
So she's also an Aquarius. I used to tell you a lot, like, people think that they know what love is, and then love actually hits you, and you're like, oh shit. Her entering this world, I experienced that, and I was like, oh, I didn't know shit. Like, I knew nothing.
Yeah.
And also simultaneously feeling that, I also felt like I can murder the world for you. Like, that's a wrap. There's nothing. And I don't know what it's like to have like a son. And it's probably the same feeling, but not as strong. And I don't know if it's because of it's a little girl, like you view them precious. But I had
protect
burned
the-
everything for her. Like
Yeah.
but man, that little one, she is a lot like me. She's very hyperactive, very outgoing. Her understanding of words has amazed me. It's since she started talking, it's weird. She knew how to put together the words with what they mean early on. So it was just like watching that. I was like, who are you? You're barely a person. Like, what's going on? But like, it's amazing. She gets her attitude from my sister-in-law. That's 100% my sister-in-law. I love you. I love you. But sometimes this little girl just, whew. But yeah, man, I agree with, I think every man in here, like, I'm the happiest when I'm with mine.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. She made me a better man.
That's
What's
fact.
up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I used to be like laid back chilling. Now I'm over here that defensive, rough, rowdy. Like nobody's touching my girls. It's quiet. It's quiet.
Yo,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
went to the park. I was like, I could fight a kid.
Yeah,
I could fight a kid. I don't care,
Yeah.
bro. Go get your dad. Go get your dad.
And it be
Whoever.
school, bro.
Michael brought that out of me. Michael's sensitive like I am. So like when Michael used to be in the park, like 2-3 years old, kids would start picking on him, and I would just be like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know." So I'm already ready with Denise, but like I get that feeling.
Wait till you take her to the park.
I know.
Wait till she's in school and you're not around.
Oh man.
So that's why you got Mikey, because you can't hate kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
Mikey can.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
he can
Yeah.
protect her.
That's
No,
right.
There you
facts.
go.
I'm thankful for that too.
That's
Yeah.
right. The older brother, yes, it's part of the job. So, yeah. So my turn.
Yeah.
So yes, I have the oldest daughter in the room, and actually in your age group, because my daughter is 22.
Wow,
Right
good
now.
stuff.
How is
man.
that?
Holy crap! Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
I dealt with the 1-year-old, I dealt with the 4-year-old, I dealt with the 7-year-old. So now I'm dealing with an adult. So yeah, I'll start from there. I knew when I was young, I wanted to be a dad. I was looking forward to it. I knew I wanted to have a dad. I wanted to be a dad. So it's cool. I was blessed with a son first, Dede.
Yeah.
You know, that's my little dude right there. And then 6 years later, I was blessed with the pair. I had Jada. That's my daughter's name, and she is my birthday present because I was born on November 10th, and she was born on November 8th.
Nice.
That's my
That's
birthday
to you.
present
Stuff.
right there.
Scorpio.
So yeah, Scorpio's in the house.
That's
yes.
it.
So yes, watching her take the first steps
Yeah.
and developing words, and seeing my tendencies in her, and and her mother's as well. So she's a product of both. And then to go from baby to toddler to adolescence, and now I'm dealing with my daughter as an adult. It's still finding the balance. Still finding the balance because we're always gonna be parents, but I now had to parent differently. So always be there, and your patience gets tested when we get older and we're learning to become our own adults and form our own opinions.
Yeah.
So your patience gets tested, but as you touched on it, we've all fallen in love, but the love from parent to child is, it's the truest form of unconditional. Because we war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We war and we bang heads. It's easier when it's adults and we war and we bang heads. It's easy. Fuck that. I'm not dealing with you. Whatever. But when it's with your kids and you bang heads, I guess the mending or the healing is easier, and it just snaps right back into place. So blessed to experience unconditional love on that level, and you want to fight, you want to protect, and it's different because I get to hear your views.
Yeah.
This generation, y'all are more opinionated and seeing things and righting the wrongs and talking more about it. So it's cool to have those conversations because I'm the generation above. I have to unlearn things and hear it differently. So that's cool because now we can interact as adults.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I was blessed to have all of that, and now my baby's 22 years old. So.
Yeah. Congrats on that, man. Congratulations on that. With everything happening in the world, it's easy to overlook like all of the negative, and with everything happening, just making it to a certain age is something unspoken of. Like it's uncomfortable to speak about, but it's also like we need to speak about it because it shouldn't be happening. But I'm not gonna get too deep into that.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I'll go unlearning what the past generation taught us, and adjusting is something that I'm dealing with right now. So, for instance, like I get a lot of backlash from older generation because I let my daughter speak her mind. So I let her tell me when she's uncomfortable with something, or if I hurt her, she can tell me like I didn't appreciate how you said that.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'll take that and I'll go, okay, I apologize. Like, and apologizing is something that nobody in the older generation believes in. Like,
Yeah, that never crossed my mind.
like apologize what to you? No, but
Yes. You're a child. Yes.
they're
exactly.
also like,
Right.
but they're also a person as well. So if I'm gonna sit there and tell you you have a voice, but you can't use it against me,
It's contradictory.
it's contradicting. It's wrong. Like I'm sending mixed messages there. So I gotta be able to practice what I preach. So if I tell you, you can tell other people, you know, you're uncomfortable here and you didn't like the way they said that here. I don't like the way I'm being treated. You should be able to tell me, your father, that as well.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be able to automatically react and say, shut up. You shouldn't speak to me that way, or, you know your place, you're a child.
Yeah.
I don't think it's correct. So,
Agreed.
Also speaking, like, when my kid is sad, making sure that that's at the forefront. Like, because I don't want my kid to come home and seclude herself in her room or things, because that's how bad things happen. So making sure that she has a mental health awareness, that her dad is aware, like, don't worry, anything you come with, anything that you feel is uncomfortable, you can come to me and speak to me about. Because no amount of anything will stop me from trying to help you get through it, and we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would rather you do that
Right.
than something else happen. And it's the same way. It's the same way where I also believe, like, if my kid is gonna drink or smoke, I'd rather you do it in the house. Do it with me there, because at least I know where you're at. I know where you're at. I know who you're around. You're here, and I know that I might get a lot of pushback from that, but it's also like I would rather you be here and I know where you're at and who you're surrounded with, because if not, my mind will go crazy.
Yeah. And we don't want that.
No.
Nah.
I know I took a minute, but like
Yeah, it's good.
that's
Good.
those are some of the things in the 7 years that I've had to wrestle with. Right now I'm wrestling with, like, her walking to school on her own and how I'm gonna deal with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not ready for that. I really am not. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I'm getting myself prepared for that.
Yeah.
And it's a wild thing, like, preparing yourself for things your kid is going to go through, because it's like, we did it. Yeah. So it's weird that, like, it feels unknown, but it's known at the same time, where I'm like, oh, I can't wait till she does this and does this. But it's like, but I did that. So, but it's like, times change, people change, your surroundings change. Like, you don't know what world your kid is going to be a part of versus the world that we know now. It's right. even with you, like,
oh, absolutely.
Between and Jada's a mother, so now like her being a parent is like, how does and to watch your child be a parent, that's got to be like,
it's it's weird. It is weird. Yeah, she blessed me with our grandson.
Shout out to Levi.
Levi, Papito.
You don't give me no grandpa vibe. None of that.
I'm blessed. So yes, my Jada's 22, my firstborn is 28, so that makes me 50.
Wow. That's a
like
blessing
30.
in and of itself.
Of
Give it up
course.
for him. That's a blessing in and of itself,
Thank
man.
you. So you're watching her parent. It's different. It's weird. It's weird because like you were saying, second generation, y'all are parenting differently than what I was taught, especially to speak porn on kids not speaking their mind, and I wanted to create that space for Dante and Jada as well. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling upset, let me know. Even if I did something wrong, let me know. Respectfully, of course. But I gave that space to speak it. So now that Jada has a son and watching her parent, you know, she introduced a lot of things to Levi that I didn't do or wasn't ready for. Like one of the things was introducing foods to him faster than I ever did with her and her brother. I'm like, what is that having in the teeth? What's he doing?
Yeah.
And she's like, about texture and forming and using the mouth and the tongue. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. That's something that my parents didn't bring to us, and I didn't bring it to them. So I wasn't giving them solid foods until when they actually had teeth.
Yeah.
He's doing it, and he doesn't have anything except the guns and the tongue. So to watch things like that and how she handles the situation. And of course, I advise, but it's our call.
Yeah.
I'm grandpa. I'm from afar.
Yeah.
I'm part of this. I'm not raising. I'm part of the support system. So I
Yeah.
gotta watch it. But it's rough. Like one of the things I'm going through daycare. Dante and Jada didn't go through daycare. I was blessed to have both our moms and a grandfather around. Mm-hmm. So now her grandparents, I'm still working, so she can't lean on us like that in that sense for daycare because she got to work. Mm-hmm. So she had to put him in daycare. So that was scary in itself because I never did that with Dante and Jada. Mm-hmm. So that's scary. Gotta let my little man, a year old, be around other kids.
Yeah, like for a couple hours. What's happening?
What?
Yeah. And then this random person, like, you don't know, like...
Loving up on my kid, like, oh my God, your kid, this. I'm like, bro, like...
hold on, like...
Yeah, like, you wasn't a part of this.
Where were you when he got hit? What is this? What's going on here?
Yeah.
So that's
but you're doing a great job, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever see this, got you.
So that's cool. It's cool, different.
What's the hardest part about being? I want to know with you because I don't get to talk to you a lot. So
I be working a lot, but toughest part about being a parent for me is I don't do things by textbook. That whole if you get hurt, it's okay, brush it off. I don't do none of that. Mm-hmm. Me, I do everything in a sense where you have to figure it out, but the most I can do is guide you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if we get hurt, we start crying. It's take a deep breath. You cried already. Got to keep going. It happened. Yeah. There's nothing you can do about it now. You know what I'm saying? So that little push is like, okay, what I can't stop already happened. I just got to keep moving from there. Yeah. For me, hers, it's the best only because she loves seeing me. You know what I'm saying? And because I can barely see her because of work, it be killing me. You know what I'm saying? The night shifts, coming home at like 2, 3 in the morning. And then it's like, Daddy, where you going? Because, only mom asks me that question. So when you ask me that question, it's like...
Now you're aware.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not doing nothing crazy, I promise. Right. You see this house, you see all the toys you got, like, it be coming out of my pocket secretly. But, I'm giving it to you, you feel me? So it just be heartbreaking. But then again, it's like, if you want all this, Daddy got to push himself to get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, like, conversing with all these other parents is like different views, how they treat them, what they go through. And I'm just like, okay, but if you see me and hang out with me, I can't do none of that. I'm laid back. I'm the dopest parent out of both of us. But, like, I like the sternness that her mom gives. Like, okay. Because there be times where it's like, I might not see it as something that can be in that moment dangerous and joyful. Like, I don't see those. Right. I see it as you're a kid, enjoy yourself. Until it's time to get to work, enjoy yourself. Right. Mom is like, nah, we can't do that. Like, cut it out. Now's not the time. And I'm like, I want to jump on the bed too. I want to break the bed that I paid for. Like, why can't we do this? Time and place for certain stuff. So
yeah.
There's always two parents. There's always the and then there's the stern
good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. There has to be. It can't be both parents are cool. I mean, in a sense, you can, but somebody has to be able to be like, okay, not today. Yeah. Because if you don't have that, then the structure is like messed up. Then it's kind of like you're just not parents. You're just friends.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be their friend. Not yet anyway. Mm-hmm. Maybe later on in life, like 17, 18, cool. We could be cool. You know, I'm still your parent, but we could be cool. Yeah. But like from 1 to 18,
Oh no. I'll give you like 1.
I got it.
1 to 4, going on 5. Yo, we were done. That's it. Like now we in this age. You feel
No,
me?
my mother made it clear very early that we weren't friends. I remember.
I'm not one of your little friends.
Yo,
wanna hang out with me.
I remember one time I had to have been maybe 6 or 7, and it jokingly, it wasn't me being rude or whatever. Something was going on, and like I spent when I was a kid, my mom worked nights as well, so a lot of my early childhood, I really lived at my grandma's house, like more or less. So like I was always spending time with my grandparents and doing whatever. My grandparents called her Lori, so I was chilling. So I was
First name basis?
it was like so jokingly, like it really wasn't
That's
me
a
trying to be
swift
rude.
death.
I was like 6 or 7, and I was like, "Where are you going, Lori?" And she was like, "Excuse
Stop
me."
what you're doing. Turn around, look at you.
She was like, "Don't you ever call me Lori. I'm mom. You understand
That's a
that?"
swift
And I was
death.
like, "Yeah, yeah, my bad. I'm sorry."
You thought that was my flop? Really?
Yeah.
You thought I was just gonna answer you?
I thought she'd think it was funny because I'm a little kid. Obviously, I can't really talk to you like that. I thought it was funny. She didn't. So
She
you know,
was-
but I learned from it, and
She
I'm
was like,
moving on.
ass. She was like, oh, what?
You know,
think it
and
was
as cool as my mom and I are now, I would never call her Lori, but like I've earned that right to be like, we can hang out and we can just talk, and like she can come to me for advice, and I'm like, I don't, and it's crazy. I don't even remember when that kind of happened. Like one day it was just like, oh, like my mom's like a cool person to be around. Like, I could just chill with my mother. Like that's kind of cool. Like I could just hang out. Even with my dad, like we used to just talk about shit, and it was like, oh man, I'm at that point now. That's kind of cool. Like,
Yeah, I think that would be my worst fear. Like your parent as a child, like they're your best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like you learn from them.
yeah,
They're your like provider. Then as you get to that certain age where it's like, all right, you're annoying. I don't want to deal with you. Give me space.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yes.
I don't want to go through that. I was there for you.
It always goes. It always goes
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like
Yo.
I did it to my mother.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Yeah.
the way,
It's
but I
gonna be
did it
rough,
to you.
yo.
I did
Yeah,
it to
yeah.
her, and I was like,
Listen,
she
I'm
was my
coming up
only
on that. I'm
person,
not
you
ready
feel
for
me?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're close to it.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that. For
my
her
mom.
to not look at me
Gross.
and be like, "Why are you talking to me?" And be like, "Why are you talking to me like that?"
But when you
gotta
need
fight
money,
us.
you call me. Like, yo, Dad, come pick me up. Like,
Because they
But-
start off loving us,
Yeah.
adoring us, and then when they start forming their own opinions, they start to judge us.
right,
Yeah.
why he doing that?
right.
Why he did that for?
Yeah, why he walk in my room like that?
Yes.
I'm like, what? You what?
And that's the scary part for me, because like I know I have a ways until I get there, but like when I see the way my daughter looks at me, even with Michael, although like Michael's very, for his age, Michael's very like sure of like his opinions, his feelings, like he's very in tune with it because he pays attention to everything. So he sees the adult stuff, which to a certain extent I wish there were certain things that we didn't do or certain things we didn't talk about in front of him, but he's just very like, what's going on? What are you guys talking about? Like he finds a way to be in the conversation. And like, it's for better or worse, I guess, but like there is going to be a point in time where like Michael and Denise are going to realize I'm flawed. Like they're going to realize like I don't do everything right, and like that kind of scares me
Like you're not Superman
because I remember
anymore.
when I realized it and I was like, oh, my dad like makes mistakes. Oh, my mom is wrong. What? And like I remember when I felt that way. So I'm like, yo, the day's gonna come where Denise is gonna be like, my dad ain't really all that. And I'm like, oh, that sucks.
But he makes it happen.
Right.
That's all
Always
that matters.
makes- Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the understanding is there, like my dad always made it happen. He wasn't perfect, but he made it happen for me.
Yeah.
That's all that you could hope for.
Yeah.
I don't have a relationship with neither one of my parents, but I also can see how somebody with parents could get to a certain spot with them. But things that we don't realize is that they're growing up with us. So for instance, I'm growing up with my kid. Like
Yeah.
my kid is 7 years old. 7 years ago, I was 22.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
What did I know at 22? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know people who don't know shit until 35. Like I had my wife asked my father-in-law, like, when did you start figuring it out? And he was like, figuring what out? And she was like life? And he was like,
Still
I want to
no.
say like 35, 40, around there. And he was like, I still don't got to figure it out still. Like,
Yeah, he's
and I was
absolutely
like,
True.
Absolutely right.
like there's no guide or, walkthrough with this thing called life. So it's like,
Yeah.
you just got to figure it out. Hope you do the best and hope that they get whatever lessons that you teach them and they can go with it. Like, I think the problem that a lot of parents have is control. And once letting go of control is an issue.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
as long as I have you here,
Nothing can happen.
nothing can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute I go like this, you can do all of this, and I have no control over that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the trust, the ability to trust is
Yeah.
the thing there. Like,
Yeah.
and that's me learning that as well. Like, she's only 7, but I gotta trust and hope that she knows right from wrong and can figure this thing out.
Yeah.
And they will.
But I'm always here, so I'm not gonna go anywhere, like, unless I drop off this earth.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like, anything and everything that you can come to me. You want to talk about boys? We'll talk about boys. I don't care. I don't shy.
That's a tough conversation.
Just don't bring them in my house.
there you go.
Hell no. Just don't.
No. Let's talk about it. See, because
your daughter almost had a prom day. I didn't even know they did.
Not almost. She had a
She had
fucking
prom.
prom date.
I didn't even know they did it. I didn't even know they did it at that age.
At 4.
well, listen,
confident.
like, even
Dude,
me,
little
like,
boy ran up to my girlfriend, said, "I'm taking Layla to prom." My daughter's gonna turn around and be like, "No, I'm taking you." Then my girlfriend told me like I was supposed to be like, "Oh, that's cute." No, I kidnap kids now. That's what I do now.
This is
You
just-
turkey, I take them.
We don't kidnap kids.
They won't find
This is
us.
just
oh
a
my,
joke. We don't kidnap kids out here.
Yeah. Full.
I understand where this goes. I'm not ready to have that conversation.
well, listen, like, it's the realistic way to look at it is that the more I say no, the more her
gonna happen.
and her body is gonna say yes. So why am I gonna sit there and try to stop it when I can go, okay, I'd rather you be safe about this situation. So if we're gonna talk, let's talk.
I feel like that gives more of the trust and the whole like, okay, Dad, can I go and do this at this time,
Right.
Like that builds that trust relationship. But it's still scary.
I know.
Oh,
I don't even know who,
100%.
like-
But
Oh.
the fact that she said she's taking him, I think that shows.
First
you,
off, I would have been proud.
yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say,
bro.
I think that shows
You ain't
what
taking
kind of
me
personality
nowhere.
But
she
again,
has.
it's because she has like my aggression.
Only
Yeah.
I
Like
take
she
you.
gets that from me. Like she has more of my personality than she has her mother's personality, which
That's-
actually scares me a lot because you two know all the
Exactly how you
trouble that
are.
my personality got me into.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'd be terrified of like, cause I see her do certain things, and it'd be little because she's a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I see a pattern that I had and still have a little bit, and I'd be like, that's gonna be a problem because like you do it, but it's for small things that don't really matter yet.
Yeah.
When you get older and do that, that turns into something worse a lot
Yeah.
of the time.
Right.
And I know why you're doing it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I do it. And on one hand, I really don't want you to not be like that because that can protect you too. But if you take it too far, like I used to take it, it can also, it's like,
Yeah.
A stronger consequence.
yeah, it's like, so I'd be, and I'll be knowing how to parent that because I kind of don't want to take that out of you,
Yeah.
but I don't want to make it seem like I'm 100% okay with it either.
Yeah.
Because,
See, I'm a little different because I guess because I know who I am, flaws and all, I think I'd rather Denise be like me because I know me. So when I see it, I'll be like, all right, and this is what I can tell her that no one told me when I was that age. And I can like shift that into like the idealistic person I wanted to be. And I can like push her to that. Because I always said I wanted Denise to look like Lenora, but act like me. but it's kind of the opposite. Like, depending on who you ask and all those people, I mean, it is what it is. And I wanted her to look like Lenora, so I don't get mad when they be like, oh, she looks like her mother. Sorry, Kirk. I don't get mad because I wanted her to look like her. But honestly, I think Denise looks like me.
Because she does.
And acts like Lenora.
Sorry. Sorry, Al.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I don't
Guys got this.
have
If you look at our baby pictures, like, we're clones. Like, we're twins. Like, that's what it is. So, like,
I don't have that. Literally, my daughter looks like a copy and paste of my wife. I can't do nothing about that. Although there was this conversation, I almost blurted it out, and she's very young, but she was like, I came from mommy. I was like, you were in my... You came from me. Like, what are you talking about?
Yo,
You came from me. Like,
mommy belly.
yeah,
bro.
like, hold
I
on.
held
You're
you
not
longer.
here without me.
I
Like,
held you longer.
It's
That's
nothing we can
crazy.
talk
you've been
about.
in me.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of true. So,
Like, I almost let it slip, but then, like, my wife was like, yo, are you really about to? I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right.
I'm a
You're
very
right.
vital part of this
I
operation.
can burst that
here.
bubble later.
Just get rid of me. Like,
You're not gonna act like I'm a participant. I'm a part of this equation. Like,
And that's the thing, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of wild because I just have this feeling that Denise is gonna be more like Lenora, and it's not that I have a problem with that. I love Lenora, but like, I don't know how to parent Lenora because Lenora is like, you know what I mean? Like, Lenora is my partner. So to watch that as a kid, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. And like, she's just so like, and she's a fire sign. Like, she got it in her. Like, she's gonna be tough and like way tougher than I was. And I'm like, I'm cool with that. But also, I don't know what to do with that.
well, that's where you
Like,
let. Listen,
that wasn't where I was at.
That's where you let her parent her on that part.
And you
All
know,
you can do is-
sometimes
And
that
you be the
worries me
soft
because I feel
parent.
like
It's
her,
okay to be a
I feel
soft
like her
parent.
and Denise gonna butt heads, but you know,
They might.
and then that's when you step
they
in
absolutely
and
will.
she can talk to
Yeah.
you like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to be baby Lenora. And Lenora won't know what to do. So you'll have to be that balance.
Yeah. You'll be the one that they
which I
both
guess
go
is cool
to.
because I've always been the balanced person because I'm the middle child. So like me in between my two sisters, I was like the balancing act. So I guess I can play that role. I'm good at that.
Except this is your kid.
That's the difference. That's the difference. But it's cool. And then honestly, I'm gonna have Michael, so that'll help me. I'm gonna be like, yo, you gotta like,
So you gotta talk to your sister.
yeah. I'll be like,
Let's divide and conquer.
She on right
yeah.
now.
I'm like,
Let's divide and
Yeah.
conquer.
and then he gonna get tight because he gonna start doing things, and I'm like, whoa, she's watching you, so be careful what you do because I don't want her doing that. So you gotta chill. So,
Yeah.
but they are very close, and I honestly, I adore that. Like when I watch them play, and she just loves everything her brother does. I'm like, that is so cool. Like, and he genuinely loves being a big brother, and I'm like, I was worried about that, but like it's
You shouldn't have been.
because at first
It's like- it's almost like instinctual.
Because at
It's
first he
weird.
was like scared, like because like he said he wanted a brother. Then he pretended to be like, hey, I want a sister. And then when she was born, got you. And then when she was born, it was kind of like, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. And then there's times where he tries to be her dad because that's what he sees. He sees parents.
Yeah.
So he tries to parent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not her dad. You're her brother. Like, you gotta just play with her. Just be there with her. You don't have to tell her what to do. Like, I got that part. But just chill
As far
with
as like watching after her and protecting her
Yeah.
like a father
And,
would,
like, show
do
her
that when
things.
I'm not around.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, if it's just you two, yeah, ultimately be that person.
Yeah.
Because I need you to be that person at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the two of you, she needs to look at you like the protector.
Right.
I got to stay by his side. But when you're all together, no, you could just be her brother.
But you know, we gotta wrap it up because we cut. But you know, being a dad is quite the joy. I hope you all have a great Father's Day in
yes.
whatever way you can.
Yes.
I hope
Father's
I
Day,
have a
guys.
great Father's Day too.
He said, "I'm gonna look at all three cameras." Like, yeah.
I don't want socks. I don't
Yeah,
want
I don't want
socks.
Yes, yes.
Like, don't merch it. Like, you
no,
know, try.
no. Listen, let's be real. That sex thing Cut that out.
Yeah.
That's what you getting for Father's Day?
I don't want that. I got
I'm
that
sorry,
already.
I
I
don't
got
want
a
that.
kid because
Clearly
of
we
that.
had that.
Yeah,
You're
no,
right.
I don't want that. That's
right.
not that special. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, I still want it.
I wouldn't turn it down.
Give it to me.
I'm not saying,
But
I'm
don't
not
let that be
saying
the
I'll-
one gift.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'll turn it down. I'm just saying it can't be the sole gift.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it can't
Yeah,
be
nah,
the
nah,
gift.
nah.
Like, come on.
It's the thought that count. You feel me?
No, that's taking it to another level. I don't know about that. But I'm not going to say no to it. But to the fathers here, I want to say happy Father's Day to y'all. And mental health matters. You guys matter. Even if nobody else tells you this, you fucking matter. And
Yeah, absolutely.
that's it. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody tell y'all don't matter. Y'all made it this far. So but I know that us men, we take shit on the chin a lot of the times. So take care of yourself mentally. And if you need to reach out, man. It's nothing wrong with that.
All right. Well,
I want to, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, and touch on a little bit what you said about Phil, because my father wasn't in my life. So I'm immensely proud of all of y'all young men. All right, because like you said,
Thank you.
It matters. It matters. Y'all are present,
yeah.
and it matters. So I'm proud of y'all. Happy
Thank you,
Father's
man.
Day to each and every one of you.
Thank you. And to all the dads out there, happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Yeah, this is it. This is us. You've heard of Ben and Jerry. Well, this is...
No!
This is Phil and Hill. I forgot what we said, so I had to come up with another one.
If that was on the fly,
I thought you was going to do...
It was Pinky and the Brain, right?
Yes!
Oh, I forgot. All right. Heard of Pinky and the Brain? This is Phil and Hill.
Yes.
All right. Y'all stay up. Thank you for listening.